I'm Milan Bogar, and this is Real Estate Beta, our webinar and podcast featured by PropTech Slovakia and its partners in Slovakia and abroad. Each webinar, we select a couple of hot real estate topics and challenges, and we share tips, solutions, and experiences on how to solve them. We focus on Slovak real estate, but because the best solutions are more often flowing from and out of more countries, our guests will not be just from Slovakia, especially if we completely miss some kind of solutions that we found abroad. For February, with our partners, we have selected two challenges that are seemingly unrelated: sales and leasing and energy crisis. Why energy crisis? It is a very hot challenge at the moment. The energy crisis caused a 30 to 50% increase in service charges at the moment, and almost all real estate companies are talking about ESG strategies and measures to fight it. While sales and leasing, because it is missing in these ESG strategies and measures, and we believe it should be a strong integral part. We believe that it is able to boost and speed up solutions for all the three ESG letters. What we have noticed is that especially in commercial real estate, leasing is still based mainly on old, often ineffective and time-consuming ways that require a lot of repeated visits by more team members of potential tenants, as well as leasing team. A lot of traveling with a carbon footprint that is not insignificant. Therefore, today we will speak about a new sales and leasing approach that could be boldly integrated into a better and more effective ESG strategy, either for one building or for a whole portfolio. I have met them thanks to one international event last year that we had with colleagues from Spain, Germany, and Bulgaria. Their company is called Spaces. They are originally from Romania, where you can see their digital twins on the web pages of some of the greenest office buildings in Bucharest. But they are quickly expanding to other countries like UK, Hungary, Sweden, and even if they are not present here yet, maybe also to Slovakia. I'm very happy that we have male and also female representative, because mostly I meet with men in discussions about technologies. And before we will jump on where is your most added value, I would be very pleased if you could please tell us more about your background, what is it, what you do, and what is the weather in the Bucharest?
Thank you, Milan. My name is Daria. I am an architect. I am very happy to be here as, let's say, representing women in tech in the PropTech Slovakia webinar. My experience has been also in real estate for the past 6 years, working as a workplace architect and advising on workplace strategies. And for the past year, I have brought my experience to the team of Spaces because we are on a mission to drive next level marketing and leasing strategies for office buildings, but also other types of real estate like residential, commercial, and logistics, and trying to recreate the world that we are used to in the physical space, the world of offices, interiors and exteriors, in a virtual manner.
Yeah, I noticed that you worked for CBRE, if I'm correct.
Yes, I did. I actually started my career with CBRE, going from a local occupancy planner to regional occupancy planner for EMEA, then to workplace architect and advisor in the advisory and transaction team in Romania.
It's very good because companies like CBRE are very well versed in this leasing and selling process, and you must be well aware of how does it work in practice.
Yes, practically this is why I'm trying to help support and grow the whole ecosystem of developers, brokers, the tenants themselves, to try and streamline everything and save as much resources as we can within the whole process, because this is also the point of aligning to ESG policies and practices.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Catalin, head of sales at Spaces.
Hi, Catalin.
My total general experience is in sales. So for the past 17 years, I have been doing sales across various sectors such as finance, advertising, fast-moving consumer goods, and now real estate and tech, which is probably the most dynamic industry that I have been to, because it is a merge between two major verticals of the economical context. When you look at technology, you have technology providers, and then you have the real estate. So here in this PropTech, as it is called, still called today, the ecosystem that we are a merge, basically a bridge between technology and real estate, helping real estate become more streamlined, as Daria said. During my past recent experience, I have been handling sales of over 10 million euros per year. So I am quite accustomed to international sales and big accounts management.
Thank you. And how is the weather in Bucharest?
Sunny.
Sunny here as well. Bratislava is sunny as well at the moment. Yeah,
we're waiting for the spring.
I believe we can jump to the point. I was very interested in this topic because, I'm smart building certification assessor, and we certified quite interesting buildings all around Europe. And what we have noticed is that there are quite lack of solutions that would support these smart solutions and things, even like ESG strategies. And that's why when I seen you, if I remember correctly, I met you first time in November after our webinar that we have with colleagues from Spain, Germany, and Bulgaria. And I was really pleased that there is a solution that focuses on digital twin and on sales, what we were missing in this smart building. So, but you explained me that it's a bit different, digital twin, than the usual understanding of what digital twin means. And it's not like the BIM digital twin used for design phase or during the construction or the operation with many details. This is focused on showcasing, And that is the reason why I was interested in the first place. Second place is the fact that real estate is in quite complicated situation. Here in Slovakia, the vacancy rates are still very high compared to the year 2018, when vacancy rate in commercial real estate was about 5%. At the moment, we are at the level of 11, and we are still expecting that it will increase because there are some major developments that will be delivered this year, and the competition will be even stronger. So solutions that will ensure competitiveness towards others will be very welcome, and I think that have big future. So the second reason is that it can help in this difficult situation. To jump on
to jump on this let's say second topic, which is the toughest one. As we know, as we live a unique macroeconomical context, never in the history of economics a situation such as today was encountered. We had singular crisis events that we overcome. But today we live in a multi-crisis situation. We are in a post-pandemic economic crisis. We are in an inflationary crisis caused by the surge in electricity cost, in gas cost. And continuing here, we also have the debt, higher interest rates, meaning that this has a direct impact in the rents that the developers are asking per square meter. And also we have the carbon neutrality alignment that needs new types of materials, better ways of construction with, again, a higher impact in the cost. So this is why it is hard. This is why we have vacancy rates, because even tenants are more cautious today when renting a space, hybrid work being the norm everywhere in the world. So instead of looking at big chunks of buildings rented out, they look at the minimum surface that they would need for the team that is usually coming in office. So that's why we still have vacancy. Also, the cost is an issue, because everything that we live in to create a bigger rent cost. So tenants being more cautious means that they will lease a smaller space. So how do we do our business today if we are a developer? We are facing all these challenges. Well, the answer is technology. The traditional way of leasing an office needs to be boosted with technology, because technology is actually a result of two major needs in the market. One is the need for optimization, basically reducing your internal costs, therefore having the opportunity of asking a smaller rent as a base, and also answering some emerging needs in the market. For example, if we want to change an office, we are a tenant, and we have 60% of the people working remote, but we want to increase the people that come to the office to 80%. So basically convincing more than half of the people that work remote, we need to have them engaged in the leasing process. And many people don't have real estate experience. They don't understand the 2D floor plan. So when you use a digital twin for commercial purposes, yeah, you can show them this is the building, this is how it's going to look, the office, this is the working area, this is the leisure area, this is the recreational area. So everything that makes you boost your productivity, makes you feel at home rather than at office, in a 2D standard presentation can be comprehended by the non-real estate person. That's why the digital twin for commercial purposes is actually helping tenants across the board to make a decision. And even more, being a web-based digital twin means that it is accessible from any type of device. So you can see it on your phone, on your laptop, or on your tablet. So imagine that you are a tenant that has the headquarters in Germany and wants to relocate their regional offices in a new office building. Instead of sending only a big PDF with 20 pages for the headquarters or the management to approve, they send also the digital twin, and this is how the office will look like. This is how it's going to be furnished. These are the financials. These are everything. Everything would be comprised in one single space that we call the single point of truth.
And how do you do it? Via link to the digital twin, or you're sending a big file via file transfer? How can they access this digital twin?
That's the good part, Milan, actually, because we are past big transfer files, past downloading all of that stuff where you don't know where you've put it, you don't know if you've attached it. If you remember, there are so many emails you send and you forget the attachment. Everything is web-based. The presentation that we do, which contains both the digital twin and the brochure. And again, this is easily accessible on a web link from a tablet, from a phone, from a computer, wherever you are in the world, as long as you have internet. And the good thing about it for those who are using this to present it, so let's say the developers or even the brokers, is that this has analytics. So you can have the useful information from sending this and seeing how it's been reacted to, and using this to actually adapt and improve your plan, whether it is to involve more resources in a certain point or to see where it's gone really, really well.
Thank you. So your unique proposition, unique selling proposition, as we call it, during the startup pitches, but it's nothing else than where is the most value that you add is in this digital twin solution, eh? And
yes, it's the digital twin connected to data. It's not only the digital twin, because renderings have been here for quite a while. What makes us unique is that we connect it to data. You can see the real vacancy in in the building. You can filter by surface, by number of people in the team, basically finding your ideal space. The unique selling proposition is actually optimization, because think as, let's say, in the process, usually tenants discuss with a consultant that makes a short list, and then you go and visit the premises. Well, having the digital twins implemented means that within 30 minutes, you can sort and see each office space across Bratislava. That in a rainy day might be a whole day, traveling. But you do this in 30 minutes and you are able to create those special offices, of the list of offices that really suit your need, and you feel like they are the ones that you should engage with. You also see the tech specs, you also see the sustainability specs, you also see the location, you understand everything about the building. So when you engage with the actual landlord or developer, the tenant, assisted by the consultant or independently, comes more prepared to the meeting. So yes, the presentation of the building, the presentation of the space will still take place during that in-person meeting, but it will be smaller in time than usual, and getting to the financial details, getting to the offering, understanding what would be the fit-out contribution, creating the premises of negotiation a lot faster. In the traditional way of leasing offices today, you go, you see the office, you see the building, then you go, you see another, and then 3 weeks pass, and then you want to go again to an office building that you liked and discuss again, and again you increase the time, while being digital means that after you also have the in-person meeting with the potential tenant, you can send them the link to the space to review at any time they desire, in order to remind them what they have seen.
Yeah, can you show us maybe, even if you don't want to present the whole time, just a short presentation?
Sure.
So Milan, before Catalin shows us a little bit, I actually had a flashback to one of our previous discussions, but also to something you said at the beginning here with the context in Slovakia. So there are deliveries of new buildings, but there is still vacancy, and we know, and this is a trend, I think, across more countries, at least from what we've seen, that, of course, the demand is for high-quality buildings, for high-quality spaces, particularly for recent developments, with sustainability as a focus, but also, of course, considering the design, the way the building and the space makes you feel. And precisely because there are so many factors to consider, the tech specs, as Catalin said, and the location, the way from home to the office, the customer journey, because the customer is looking online now for office spaces as well as for everything, even for homes. We look for our next apartment online, we see what's there for clothes and so on. The customer journey needs to be curated, just like for any other thing that we are interested in purchasing. And every type of information needs to be thoughtfully and easily accessible in that curated place, which, for example, can be the digital twin. And this is not only a way of showcasing new buildings or future developments, because they're not built yet and you cannot tour them anyway physically. But let's think about the next wave of buildings, which are Class B or which are a little bit older. And necessarily, if you showcase these with photos or even a physical tour right now, people won't be able to see what they will look like after a refurbishment. So with a virtual tour and the digital twin, you can showcase and focus on their energy efficiency after the refurbishment, and they can become as tempting an office space as the new deliveries.
Yeah. So refurbishment projects are another thing that can be targeted by our solution.
Yes, of course. Obviously, in a refurbishment project, if it's ongoing, if it's actually a construction site, you cannot visit it. It's dangerous for you. So that's why virtual tours are the safest way. I'm going to share my screen just to show you a bit how the digital twin looks like and what more arguments can be when you are presenting the building virtually. Let me know if you see the screen. This building itself doesn't yet exist. It is off plan. It is going to be delivered in 2024. So in order to create this, we only requested the floor plans, facade plans, and 1-2 renderings of the project in order to understand the textures. What we have done more, we have placed here some key differentiators, and this can be rich content, renderings, can be videos, sounds, images or texts. But what's important is that this text can be also, for example, a breath of fresh air. The Environmental Protection Agency has issued a study where a cleaner indoor air increases productivity of the team with 11%. So this can be used as a pitch when you are presenting your property and why your property is better than the other ones, or why a tenant should pay €2 more per square meter in your office building rather than €2 less in a Class B office building, because they will be 11% more productive. That's why you're not only advertising your building, you are basically addressing a need of the tenant, and the need to become more profitable, also the tenant. So your office building or office space can do that. This is a presentation webpage that starts with the digital twin that can be filtered by floor, by surface, or you can see also here the number of people based on the tenant split. But continuing, you also have complete building specs, sustainability features, quality of the materials used inside, placemaking with points of interest, an aerial shot showcasing how you enter and exit the parking lot. As you can see, this is the site. Right now, nothing is there. So for this digital twin, we only needed, as I said, the plans. When you are basically seeing the split, you also see the position on the floor plate. But if both spaces or all 4 spaces or 6 spaces, it doesn't matter how the tenant split looks like, you can merge them together if you want, accommodating a bigger team and entering a virtual tour. Here in the virtual tour, you have the full floor with, again, key differentiators carefully mapped and placed. For example, a Harvard Business Review report says that natural light increases productivity with 2%. So that's another 2% added to the productivity of the potential tenant by moving in here and paying a bigger rent. You can start virtually walking through the space base build. So basically, this is a walk into the future because this floor is not yet there. But furthermore, you can even place a fit out. This fit out is immediately generated, as you can see. It is the best scenario of how to use this space. So it is a standard fit out. We can also do a custom one if the tenant requires this in order to sign a pre-lease agreement. So we can have also the exact demand. Everything that you see here, walking around, interacting with the space, turning on and off the fit out, is available on any type of device as we previously mentioned. Right now, what you have basically done in the mind of the tenant, you have qualified him. So he saw the building, he saw the location, he saw the impressive technical specifications, he saw the space, he sees how it might be furnished. So assisted by a broker or by himself, he can request an offer, and this request for offer can be connected to an existing CRM account, or we can provide a CRM solution for the developer in order to manage the leads.
Catalin, this far up to the last point is not only the leasing and sales journey; it's also a journey for the customer, yeah, who is in the deciding mode, and he can access it via the same web page,
Yeah.
and he can go back to it after certain period of time and decide later, yeah. And
yes,
and
exactly. What we have done right now, showcasing the twin and the tour, it can be done by a broker assisting a tenant, showcasing a space that accommodates a team of 135 people, for example, or it can be done directly by the tenant, because this digital twin will be implemented in the website of the developer or the landlord itself. It can be a complete presentation page as we have showcased, or we can integrate only the digital twin with the filtering and the virtual tour. So we don't want to duplicate already existing information.
Yeah. And in the last point, you came to the dashboard that is especially devoted, I think, to the leasing staff. Yeah, what is not visible for the customer, but you are starting to speak about another point that we realize is very often missing in commercial real estate, and this is CRM. There is very little landlords that own some kind of CRM solution. Is this something that is part of your solution, or you can connect to the existing CRM if there is any?
If the existing CRM is a cloud-based CRM such as Salesforce, HubSpot, Pipedrive, Microsoft Dynamics, we can link via API the digital twin to their CRM. So there is no problem of connecting the two. If a certain solution, CRM solution, such as the ones that I've mentioned earlier, is not available, we have the internal dashboard, the management dashboard. As I said, we have our digital twin is for commercial purposes. It's a digital twin connected to data. That data needs to be located somewhere, stored somewhere, and managed from somewhere. Obviously, this is what I'm going to share also this internal part. This is under the eyes and hands of the leasing team, of the internal leasing team of the developer. So no public viewing. It is restricted access with username and password, so you cannot go. So you cannot access it immediately. I'm just gonna share it immediately. Let me just find where it is. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is the dashboard. Let me just have a bit of refresh here. This is a demo version. So as you can see, you cannot enter without having some credentials. When you enter, you see exactly on each property that you have digitally mapped all the information regarding office, parking, but this is dummy data. How many deals do you have right now opened and their stages? You can manage the availability. So basically, when I was filtering in the digital twin, searching for an office space, the result of that query comes from here, from this stacking plan availability. This availability can be sent directly to brokers, to the brokers that you work with, or to specific email addresses. Same goes for parking and also storage. The deals area, which is the sales funnel, here you receive, after completing the form in the front end, in the digital twin, you'll receive here the new deal. And you will have exactly the information, which zone, what surface, what project, what floor, everything. Who is the one that has requested the offer? And from here, you just click create offer and you create an offer for that office space and it will move here. Or you can drag and drop it and start creating the offer. After you negotiate and you agree to the financial terms, you can even go to head of terms where we will digitally map the standard template of head of terms that each developer has, and they will be able, obviously, to select their specific head of terms. Reporting area, this is something that is highly customizable in order to generate the fast bird's eye view or even detailed reporting. Here you administer the brokers, you add broker companies, and then adding individual agents per brokers. If you already have a database, when implementing, we will only request an Excel with the brokers and the broker agents, and everything will be a turnkey solution. You don't have to manually do anything. Same goes for tenant. Let's say we start a project today and you have 25% of the building already leased. There are some tenants. Again, we will ask for the tenants, for the tenant Excel, and we will pre-upload and assign for each space that will also be here clearly mentioned. Again, you have also some statistics regarding how much available space do you still have, when contracts will expire, so on and so forth. So this is basically where the leasing team works day to day. It's again one single place. Today they keep availability. Some of them keep it in a legacy software such as SAP. Others keep it in Excel. The deals similar if they don't have a CRM like Salesforce, they keep it again something similar in Excel, and all the informations about report on how many offers have you sent or what are the stages are hard to pile up together when discussing with the board about the evaluation of the progress in leasing.
Catalin, if we want to identify your ideal customer, is it a landlord or it can be also leasing company with much broader portfolio?
The ideal customer profile, obviously, it's the developer and / landlord, the one that holds the building for long term, because obviously they are the ones that need to lease as much as possible, as fast as possible. But this is not a closed environment, so consulting agencies that have exclusivity on properties can subscribe to the service of using the digital twin and promote the building in this manner. Also, for the consulting agencies, we have a specific product that is a custom 3D space planning service, which is basically the last step before signing the pre-lease agreement. The custom space planning is the actual proof of concept that the team will fit there, and what you see in the virtual tour is 80% the concept design that will be implemented.
So if I'm a landlord or a developer, your ideal customer, what options do I have? If I love digital twin, but I have my CRM solution, I can buy just this one and for only selected buildings?
Yes. We can do one pilot project, so you can convince yourself that you are decreasing your lease cycle, you are generating more leads, because also the trend in the market is that more and more millennials are becoming decision makers, which are hyper connected to the internet world. They want to experience everything on the internet. In connecting this digital twin to your CRM, the CRM, the management part that you see, we created because we identified the fact that some of the developers don't have anything and they want something like this. Or in if the case, if you don't have anything but you do love only the digital twin will make zero sense without having the availability at least behind it, because the result of the query is directly linked to the availability. So when you are searching for an office, if you don't have a database to search in, then digital twin will return nothing. And we can discuss about also having portfolio implementation, several buildings at once, and you can even have another cool value proposition for your tenants. So let's say they are searching for a 100 to 1,200 square meters office, and you have that exact surface in 3 buildings across Bratislava. Okay, the rent is the same. Let's say the specific of the buildings are the same quality. Everything is the same. Yeah. So which one is better for the tenant? How do you help him decide which is better for him? Well, you can ask for the list of employees without names, only the addresses, and you can upload it into the software, the list of addresses, and the query itself will return which office building is better placed for their employees to travel, to have a combined less time while traveling to work, thus having also a lower carbon footprint while commuting to work. Yeah. So you don't only take care about the fact that you as a landlord, you have to take care of the environment, the E from ESG, you also help the tenant make, let's say, sustainable decision towards the environment.
Yeah. Okay. Let's say that you convinced me. What costs and how much time should I take into account when implementing your solution and further use?
Well, the cost itself, it's a SaaS fee, software as a service subscription that is directly linked to the surface and the vacant area. So it's going to be a price scale. If we take into account the office building of 30,000 square meters that is completely vacant, the cost per year will be roughly 28,000 euros per year.
And the time of implementation?
1.5 months to 2 months. Because we have feedback phases.
I understand that it depends on how many fit outs do I want to show to potential customer.
This is the standard implementation when we deliver the complete digital twin with the splits 3, 4, 5 with one fit out in each combination and in each split, as well as in the full floor.
Yeah. And then
if you want more fit outs, if you want 3 fit outs, obviously time will increase because we have to generate the fit outs itself. We have to render them and we have to make them web ready. But for the first stage, we deliver the digital twin with 1 fit out in maximum 2 months, based also on the feedback discussions. We create the digital twin for you, but it is your image, yeah? So we need to have your approval before actually going live, delivering the project to you and placing it on your website in order to start commercializing the property.
Okay, and maybe one unpleasant, I will use your solution. I will lease the building. I will have vacancy close to 0. Yes, so the building will be full. Why is it good to have your solution further and pay each year for give customers more flexibility, or what is the benefit?
Okay, as I mentioned, we're a SaaS. We are constantly developing new features that, obviously, being a SaaS, you will find one day a new feature coming into your platform, into your implemented platform. One could be the divestment model. So your business model itself is you build, you lease, and then you want to sell the building. In order to sell the building, you create a divestment memorandum, you create a VDR in order to upload the let's say the documents that are subjected to the selling of the building. So instead of having a divestment memorandum that is 65, 70 pages of a PDF, you have again the digital twin that is now used for divestment purposes. So you can, instead of sending that huge PDF via wheel transfer to somebody, you send the digital twin to an investor in USA.
Yeah.
So that's why you should keep subscribing to the service itself. Obviously, if we reach the end of the SaaS contract and your building is completely leased, we have a legacy model that keeps your building as a portfolio building, limited functionalities. You will not have anymore the virtual tours. You'll have some relevant information that says this building was, and it has brought me these results, and it can be up for sale, for example.
Yeah. Thank you. Looking at Daria and the choice of fit-outs that is available, what's your experience? Do the customers require facial fit-outs, or is the communication with customers complicated regarding this?
This is actually, one of the reasons why I moved into this PropTech business, because if we look at how Catalin was presenting, imagining a building or touring a building in reality as a shared workspace, it's a lot harder to see what it could look like furnished. So having that one standard fit out that we agree with our client, that is the best showcasing of how their interior space could be looking at as an office, is really helping people which are different stakeholders in a tenant decision, which are maybe from HR, from finance, and so on, which are not architects themselves. So it's easy, a little bit more difficult for them to understand and to imagine what it would look like. As you've seen, it's so easy to just walk through the space and see a desk here and the office there and the meeting room. And that's the standard option. But as Catalin said, we have the option of doing real test fits for and space planning in 3D for the later part of the process, when they want to see how their exact requirements would look. And there it's easy for us if our client has an architect that is working with, we get the 2D from them, or we can even help with that. And we create that digital tour, which can have a certain look if we want to align to something that the tenant would like to see, like industrial or different styles like modern and so on. And if you've seen the fit out from the project that Catalin was sharing, that was actually called a green hybrid fit out, because it was focusing on sustainability, and it had also information about the types of materials that the landlord would use to deliver that space, like a carbon neutral carpet, like chairs and different other items of furniture made from recycled materials, like very energy efficient LED and HVAC systems. So all this information that is linked to sustainability can also be mapped and seen in the fit out as well, not only on the building, which is very useful.
Yeah, thank you. This is maybe another reason why to have your solution on a continual basis, and to use it for either relocations, for modernization, for solving day-to-day business. Yeah, that I have more employees in this room this month, and next month I will start a new project, so I will need to change the either fit out or move the walls.
Yeah, that's right. The workplace is a dynamic place. We're not going to see, because of the pandemic and seeing workplace as a destination and something that needs to adapt together with us, it's become a live place. So you can do different alterations to it to make it more adaptable to your needs, and seeing these alterations as a proposal before you actually invest the money to execute them in reality can be, again, very helpful.
Yeah, thank you. During our previous discussions, I asked what are your plans for 2023, and I would like to. Where are you at the moment? Because when I told you that we are contemplating cooperation, you said that your calendar is at the moment very tight because you have new projects and it needs to be taken into account that it may take some time. What do you plan for 2023? Is there any new team ideas or what are the projects that you would like to cater for the next year?
Well, our strategy in 2023 is to further develop the presence of our office software, because we also have it in residential, retail, and logistics. But the most mature one is the office. We ended 2022 with 3 countries being present: Romania, Hungary, and the United Kingdom. We will end the first quarter of 2023 with an addition of 3 more countries. I cannot disclose them until it's going to be out in the open. Our focus is primarily European, but in the same time, we look at the emerging real estate markets that can benefit our solution. That's why one of the recent news is that we have added a very knowledgeable real estate person to be our regional manager and handling the operation in the Middle East and North Africa. That's why even next week, Daria, Bogdan, our CEO, and myself, we will be in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, meeting developers in the UAE, and having probably in the nearby future also some projects or portfolio implementation based on the appetite on digitalization of the UAE market.
It's quite fresh news. Am I right? I noticed a post on LinkedIn last week. So...
Yes. Mike is former country head Poland and Romania for Mindspace, which is one of the biggest co-working spaces provider in Europe, and he has a lot of real estate experience that we are hoping to learn even more from him, and while also providing the tech knowledge that we have gathered until now.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I think that was exhausting. Not that I would be exhausted, but I think that the team is good covered.
Marco.
I don't see any questions that we did not answer that we discussed. So let me thank you for your availability and will to be part of this event, and I hope that we will meet your solutions also in Slovakia. I forgot to mention that was the thing, that we are missing solutions not only in the smart building space but also in a country that I cannot find a similar solution here at the moment. So it would be very nice to have some adopters.
We look forward for the engagement.
Thank you, Milan. And even if we did not have any questions, we are always reachable and happy to talk to anyone who has questions. Daria and Catalin at Bright Spaces. You can find us on LinkedIn, and just happy to connect and chat to anyone.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Milan. Bye.